I think we need to make bonsai less serious, more fun. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom, and today I'll work on the first time after I repotted it by putting together the two big, large Trident Maple that I started about 25 years ago from a seed. So they are actually different cultivar because each one is different from a seed. Please go back to the video where I was doing the individual trees as well as putting the two together, because inspiration came upon me to say, why not put this tall one right next to the squatty one, call that Sumo, and call this Bruce Lee. So Bruce Lee meets Sumo. Well, I'm trying to get more audience, you know, YouTube audience. But anyway, I think that makes sense. I think we need to make bonsai less serious, more fun. And so today I like these cuttings a lot. So I actually save all these cuttings and try to propagate them. I think I've done enough propagation. I can show you a little bit more, but basically put some rooting hormone and stick it in the soil and it will grow. I would say almost 75, 80% these softwood cutting right now. So I'll get to work right away and work on the apex first because that's more important, and then work my way. And as I'm looking at it right now, I think one is tilting back a little too far. So you can see the side is tilted too far back, so I'll probably push it forward a little bit. See, both are pretty good when they mature, very glossy, right? But they're a different shape. They're the same variety, but each seedling is a little different. So I work on the apex first, and I cut it here, just above the node, and I can always push that down a little bit to make this going up. And then these coming down. So that's the apex pretty much. No, I'm just shortening the branch, so cut off the excessive long ones and try to cut off the branches. Like you notice that the Trident maple, like most maples, have two side buds. So you can, like for example, right now, this looks like I want this branch to go that way. So in fact, I can cut off this side of it, so all the energy will go to that side, and the branch will come out stronger and grows out faster. So basically anything that's outside of the pad that you want to grow, cut it off, and the rest will fill out, take care of itself by nature. So you do want to provide some guidance, some nudging, I call it, to change the direction, but I don't wire them to change the direction, try to change the drastic direction. I often want to be unnatural. I mean, it can be natural if you're really skillful, but you know, not many people can claim that. I haven't seen very many anyway, even though self-proclaimed masters. So like here, there's two branches. You can see one comes out this one angle at the same direction, the same place. So I cut off this one because I want this branch to come this way. So you just keep nudging it. Like this one, it's almost too far gone this way. So I just cut it off. So this will come out this way. So not to block the, in a sense, shade the bottom tree to make it grow unhealthily. And also right next to the, where you cut it or the branches, there are a lot of growth very quickly, many buds. So you're gonna tear them off so that they don't kind of clutter the view, so to speak. So you can see this branch I wanted to come out long. So I tried to keep it long. This I want to be a little short. But rather than keep this that long, I would just basically lengthen it by about 1.5 inches by cutting it off here so that this one will come out. It slow down, This would be longer now if I didn't cut it, but this will come out nice to give you more of a curve, an angle. And this one is going up, so that's not the right direction, so I cut it off. And so the bud here naturally will come out this way, that way, and then you cut them all off, then the woman will have a branch going out that way. So that's how you direct the growth naturally to accomplish your design objective. So I want this branch to come out here to be like this. So instead of cut off here, I cut off here, but a little bit longer. So the next time when there will be branching coming out of here and there, then I can cut off this one to use, that will be long enough to use. That gives me a design option to look at. Try not to break the branch by putting my finger behind it so it doesn't break with the joint, which is most easily breaking. And then later on I can wire it if necessary, or anchor wire it to pull it down. Like this branch has no rhyme or reason to be coming out at this angle, so I just cut it off altogether. In fact, I can just pull it off. And then I think I would like an angle coming out this way to the side. So I'll pull off all of these. And in fact, this is a good branch. So I'll pull off everything else, but save this branch. And I want this branch to come out this way, so I cut off here. Like this branch is going too far. So if I cut it off here, it will one grow that way, one grow that way. And I might as well just cut it off now so it doesn't grow the other direction, and everything will be going this direction at the right angle. And there's nothing, you never use the growth, the bud growth from the below, so just pull them off. So Sumo, the squatty one is almost done. Just a branch over here, I need to go to the front to do it. Cut off the branches that are going off the wrong direction. And this one is kind of okay coming up, but then it's going out. Even though I think I probably would prefer to come out this way, but we shall see. If it comes out that way, I'll use it. But if it doesn't come out, then I have a backup plan. So you can see in a short few minutes, I have Sumo done. This is a squatty little fighter that I try to emulate, all done. Now I have to do the tall Bruce Lee. It won't take me but 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and I'll have the two trees done. And then I'll try to orient the tree a little bit to get it right. So with that in mind, then, let me work on the second tree. Actually, I'll do these cuttings. I will not take this cutting. I don't like the cutting. I don't like the leaves of this one. This is not as pretty as the other one. Okay, so here at the top of Bruce Lee, and you can see this part's not the tallest point. And then this branch comes out of here and then go this way. And I've decided that I'll make this the apex. That means I would cut the rest of it off, let this one get thickened and get to thicker than this. So someday it will be a tree that comes up like this, and then a side branch goes out. So this one, even though it's taller now, it will become a side branch. So that's how you change the apex and the tricks, take the turn and twist until you get it right. So with that in mind, then I would just never touch this one, let it grow big and tall to thicken, and then I'll work around it to design the side branch. Now, it's interesting, come to think of it, I said incorrectly. This tree I bought from someone in LA that he grew in the ground for about 20 years, 15, 20 years. And the fact that it was in his garden, well attended, the tree grew much faster. So my 25-year is about the same thickness as this 15-year. And that tells you that it's the growing condition that determines how fast it grows. And what I want to point out is that there are variants in these trees. You cannot buy just Trident Maple and expect the Trident Maple to be the same. If you look at it, you can see the leaves here. This leaf is much fatter than these. You see, this is much fatter than this here. And this is a lot more glossier than this. It turns out this is the ordinary Trident Maple you get here. This is the variant from Taiwan, is the Taiwanensis. And it's much thicker, and the leaves are much more durable. So that's the one I will propagate for bonsai heirloom to sell, because each one is a seedling. They're different. And I would take it from Sumo, and in fact, I'll call it Sumo Trident Maple. You know what it means. And that's one you should get later on when I sell you the bonsai. So with that in mind, then I will not collect these cuttings, will not propagate these, be bothered with it, but I just do the trimming to shape to redesign, refine the Bruce Lee. So all I'm doing is really cutting off the redundant branch, because after I did the significant trimming, they're shooting out everywhere, not to my design's liking. And so I'm just cutting them off and get it to the angles that I like to have. So it would look pretty bad when I'm done, but again, it will fill up fairly quickly, and then I will have design opportunities again. So like a branch that comes out like this and grow like that, what you can do is that you can carefully twist it so you don't break it, hopefully. If you break it, it's no big deal. Just use another branch. You can hear a click. That's good. That's as far as I can go. Now this branch is going to the side, and I can cut off this, and now you've got a branch going that way, see? And then it's not quite the angle yet, but I can certainly wire it a little bit like that. Then I will have a branch going this way. So there's a lot of flexibility with the clip and growth, and combined with the anchor wire and wiring, you can do a lot to get where you want this design to be. So now you have a branch coming out this way, and then some side branches coming out this way to become a pad. This one comes this way. So I may want to bend this a little bit, so it will be going down that way. So I see, it may seem like I'm cutting off the branches fairly carelessly, but it's careless because it doesn't matter, because the branch will grow out. But what's really important is to cut it at the angle where the bud will come out at the right angle, so that it would, in your design scheme of things. So for example, this branch, you can see it charging off going that direction, which is not consistent with my design. But on the other hand, there's a branch coming out this way. For that matter, there's some branch coming out that way. So if I cut this one off right here, the next thing you know, I have made this branch taking a turn, coming out this way, and I can cut it this way to make it come out this way. So in fact, that is what I will do. I can cut it this way and cut it here, so that this branch will come out and grow this way instead, to fill out this hole. So that's the thought process you put behind every time you do a cutting. Pay really attention where the angle of the branch is going or will be going, so that you can fulfill your design objective. Like this branch is kind of wimpy turn, but if I bend it a little bit so it's no longer kind of a wimpy, curvy turn, and then if I cut it over here, it could have a branch going out this way and then fill out this little hole. So I will now work on this last group of branches, then I'm done. Then I will in fact try to turn this tree a little bit by filling soil in the bottom of the pot. I'm just cutting off the lining for the root cutting using the mosquito screen. That's a technique you should adopt because then you don't ever have to do repotting actually much, maybe every 10 years, which is really tolerable. And all you have to do is shake off my sandy dandy soil mix and you're done. Instead of having chiseled out the rock solid akadama mix. I think looking from the side, this tree is tilting too far to the back. And not only that, I think in a fighting situation, you want to kind of facing towards the opponent. So I should definitely pull this tree up. You can see when I push this tree up, Bruce Lee is almost towering over Sumo. And I think that's a posture I think he should take. Okay, so this is pretty much for today. The history of this bonsai is that I've grown this seedling in the ground for about 25 years. A seedling from a arboretum, which I believe originated from Taiwan, Formosa. So it's a Formosan variety of the Trident Maple, which I found the leaf is particularly glossy and shiny and thicker, so that it's a much durable in the summertime when the leaves dry out. And so this is a 25-year-old Trident Maple grew in the ground, and I cut off the big branches here and there, and that's what the stout little tree. So one day I say, why don't I call this Sumo? Because it's so stout. Then I bought this tree from a grower, a nurseryman in Orange County, and he grew this in the ground in his backyard, about 30 of these big Trident Maples, and I bought several. This one survived. It's actually the ordinary kind, so the leaves are not quite as good, but it's good enough. And it grew, and in a sense, I trimmed it to become a bonsai. And given that its height, I thought maybe I call this Bruce Lee and the Sumo and put it together as a Bruce Lee meeting Sumo as a punt. So anyway, this is the tree, and today what I did is I redefined the apex, which usually is defined as the tallest part of the tree. But in fact, this part is not the tallest part of the tree, this part is. But I decided to let this grow big and leave this alone to grow into a very long stem so that it will thicken the trunk to rhyme with this part. And then this will come down, in fact, become shorter than this. So that's how you create apex here. Someday I'll make the apex here. And so I have Bruce Lee hovering or towering over Sumo to have a wrestling match. And I think that's kind of a fun, tongue-in-cheek kind of a bonsai. You know, we should really make bonsai fun. And we are America. I don't care if this Japanese or this Chinese, so long as it makes sense that I'll be able to explain it, why I designed the way I did it. So here's a tree. You can see early on the tree was tipping a little bit more to the back. I tilted up because I want to convey the fighters facing each other. Someday I think could be a very interesting tree. And what I will do at the end, not at the end, but later on, first of all, this is a very good Yixing pot. You can see the granular structure. When I bought the pot, I was visiting Yixing, and I asked the kelm master I brought him a big bottle of whiskey, old whiskey, and I asked him as a favor to give me better clay. And so this is the clay. I think this is going to be a very classic pot. And what I would do is this is a growing pot, fairly thick, and when it's done, I put it into a shallow pot, probably no thicker than this, with most of that sticking up. And I think that would be a fantastic bonsai. we shall see. You know, I'm an eternal optimist. It may not work out quite as good. Like this branch coming out, it's like an arm, but that's okay. Let it grow for a while, and then I cut it off here, and then this will not be like an arm because this will come out this way. So you just keep fine tuning it, and I will fine tune this tree every probably 3 months is too fast. What I will do is I let it grow maybe till August, September, when the leaves are about going to go out, and I may even peel it all off and do the reworking to show you how to reshape it the next time. And then springtime, let's say next year this time, it will grow full into a full bunch of leaves again. And I will do the same demo again to show you the progress. I think you will really enjoy that. Think of that as your tree, you know, that's how you would really enjoy the tree as it grows. You don't have to own it. You know, ownership is a flighty thing. It's not forever. But so long as you get to enjoy, have an attachment with it, I think that's the idea about art and bonsai. So enjoy your hobby and enjoy your collection. Make whatever trees you have an heirloom to describe you as you see things. So with that in mind, I thank you very much for watching. And I hope you like my video. That gives me a little bit of boost. And please subscribe to our channel so that we'll notify you of future upcoming bonsai demonstration. And also visit our website, bonsaiheirloom.com. Sign up for our mailing list so we can notify you of when trees are available. So with that in mind, and thank you very much for watching. I see you next week.